So I've already started the video, but I decided I'm going to put this at the beginning of the video because I think it's very important to put disclaimers in their video. If you are not willing to hear me out, if you are not willing to understand where I'm coming from, if you are somebody that has never had a racist experience given to you, please do not be quick to debunk my racist experiences. If you're not willing to listen, please don't watch this video, because I don't have time for people that just want to be rude, people that want to be mean and just automatically debunk my experiences like they don't happen. So please just leave the video right now if this is not one that you are willing to listen to. Thank you. Hey guys, I just want to welcome you to my channel. This is my second video of the day, so I'm wearing the same clothes, just warning you guys. And I'm doing a pink themed all month, so I hope you guys stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to see all the color schemes that I come up with. And it's also featuring clothes that I make myself, so I hope you guys like it. So I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time, but I never knew what to say. I never knew how I should say it, if somebody was going to take offense of it, or I just didn't know what to do, really, honestly. But after much thought, after other people encouraging me to make this video, I decided that it needs to be done. So I'm going to do it. So this video, by the title you can already tell, it's racism in America. So a lot of people have always asked me, like, how do I feel about racism in America? How do I feel about, you know, what's going on currently and all of these things? And I already talked about my opinion on what's going on currently, so if you guys want to see that, you can watch my Chit Chat Get Ready With Me that I just recently posted like a week ago, I think, or something like that. So just go back and watch that, and I talk all about those type of things, how I feel about the current issues. But I just kind of want to give an overall scheme of like my entire life of what I think about racism in America, because it's a lot and it's too much to cover in one video, but I'm going to do the best I can. So I'm going to start off by giving you guys personal racist experiences that I've had, you know, be living in America, and living not only in America but in Texas. It's a lot, so I don't even know where to start, but I took down notes, so I have a list of things I'm going to talk about. This is not all of the racist experiences I've had. I've had a lot more than these, but I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to just talk all about me. So I made 4 things that I'm going to talk about that happened to me, and then I'm going to tell you guys why I chose these 4 to talk about. So the first racist experience I wrote down that I've had is getting followed in stores. So getting followed in stores is something that a lot of African Americans, a lot of Black people have to deal with. And it's so common because I hear stories about it from my family members, my friends. Everybody that I hang around has one time, some point in their life, been followed in the store. This happens to me all the time, especially when I'm in a more, I guess, white area in town where there's not that many, you know, Black people, there's not that much diversity. I get followed in stores the most. And I just want to say one particular story, because but I also wanted it to be known that this happens to me all the time. I pay very close attention to my surroundings, and as soon as I walk into these stores, my eyes are automatically on me. So that lets me know that you already have some type of depiction in your head of what type of person I am. Not even knowing me as a person, you just see me, you see how I look, and you automatically assume, oh, she's a thief, oh, she's going to steal because of how I look. And that's super, super sad. It's super insulting that people think that way about people just because of how they look. But I notice things, and I notice things very fast, and I've always been that type of person. So I'm not saying these things just to be extra. I'm not saying these things to be funny or try to pick a fight. I'm saying these things because they've actually happened to me in my life, and they've happened to me around my mother, around my father, around my sisters, around my friends. It happens all the time. But this one experience happened with my friend. So I was at a birthday party, and we decided to go to a mall in our area. And this mall, you know, it was super nice outside this day, and you walk around because it's an outside area. So we were walking around, we were just chilling, having fun, talking. People know that if you're at a mall, you're gonna go in stores and you may not necessarily buy things, but you're just going in to look around because you know you're having fun with your friends, right? So we go in this store. We had never seen it before. We've been to this mall all the time, and we never once like realized that that store was there. We didn't know what they had in there, but we just wanted to go in it because like we were shopping. So we go in the store. As soon as we go in the store, all eyes are on us. Now I understand nobody was in the store before, so that should let me know already off the gate that it's probably not that great of a store because there was literally nobody else in there shopping. But I noticed as soon as I got in there, I didn't even want to be in there anymore because the clothes were like super, I don't know the word, but basically the clothes were made for older women. That's pretty much it. They were just not clothes that I look like I could wear or I would wear. So I didn't even want to be in there anyways. But as soon as I walked in there, we noticed that they were just staring at us like, and I understand like if you are finally getting a customer, you're gonna be like, oh, there's somebody in my store, like, hey, how can I help you? That was none of that energy. I walked around to see like maybe there's other clothes. I'm getting followed in the store, like there's like 4 ladies that work there and they're all just looking at us like we're crazy, and they start following us around the store, and they're following me around the store. And because my other friends were just kind of waiting at the side of the store, and me and one other person that was with me was walking into the store. So we're walking and looking at the clothes, and at this point I'm like, I'm not gonna buy anything from this place because it's all older women clothes. Why is this lady following me around the store? Like, and then she's trying to act like she's not following me. They do this thing where they act like they're either in a grocery store. They do this thing where they act like they're packaging stuff and putting stuff or like reorganizing stuff. In a clothing store, it's like they act like they're just like looking through the clothes. When I'm like, ma'am, I know you're watching me. I know you think I'm trying to steal. First of all, I don't want anything from this store because this is not my style. But also the fact that you think that I'm in here to steal is just so disrespectful to me. Like, just because I'm young doesn't mean I'm going to steal. But I know that it wasn't just because I was young, because I'm only identifying people's race because it fits the story. So I just want that to be known. A white couple comes in. They're literally like the same age as us, guys. They look younger than us, honestly. As soon as they get in, oh, hi, how can I help you? Like, are you looking for something? We didn't get that energy. If anything, we got glares, we got stares, we got mean like mugs and dirty looks. But another young group of people come in, and all of a sudden it's, oh, how are you doing? Do you need any help? You didn't follow them around. They said no, they didn't need any help. They just started looking around. Nobody followed them in the store. They followed me until I walked out of the store. And this is not the first and not the last time it's gonna happen to me. And it happens to so many people. We get followed in the store because people think we're gonna steal, because they painted this picture of black people that we're just thieves, that we're just all people that rob and steal. So they think we're gonna steal in their store, not knowing that I have money, I'm not broke. I'm very well educated. I'm very well taught. My parents did not teach me to steal. My parents taught me to have respect for people. Why would I steal? Oh, but you think I'm gonna steal because I'm a black girl and I'm young. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And when people paint these pictures of black people that we're just all thieves and robbers and we steal, it's like, do you not know that there are a lot of other races that steal? Every single race has somebody in it that steals from stores. But because of who we are, because of how I look, you think that I'm automatically gonna steal. It's just really hurtful because it doesn't matter if you're a rich black person, it doesn't matter if you're a poor black person, you're going to be looked at like you're less than. Something like that. It's always gonna be painted to you. It doesn't matter how educated you are. And I know this because rich black people will find out that it doesn't matter how much money they have. At the end of the day, they're black and they're going to be treated as they are. So the second racist experience that I've had living in America, living in Texas, is college and school. So people ignoring me in group projects or not taking me serious. This happens so much. This happened so many times to me my freshman year in college. It's not even funny. And I've already came out and spoke about my experience on my Twitter, and people automatically like started bashing me. Not a lot of people, but people that didn't want to hear what I had to say automatically like, that's not racist. That may be rude, but it's not racist. And it's like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it. It's racist. And let me tell you why. I'm going to give one example, one story of what happened to me. I didn't go as in depth on my post that I made on Twitter because Twitter only has a certain amount of word count, so you can't really type all of this long stuff. It's not going to work. So, and I didn't want to like bash people. I just wanted to give my experience and my story, and I wanted to leave it at that. But I feel like this is necessary for me to bring up right now because the video is about racism in America. So I'm going to give you guys, I've had several groups that have treated me like I'm dumb, treated me like my answers or my ideas are invalid. And people want to automatically say, oh, you're just stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I'm very intelligent. I'm very smart. And I think that that's how you know when the first thing somebody wants to call you is stupid instead of listening to what you have to say, I think they feel guilty. But this exact story, this story that I'm about to give you took place first semester of my freshman year in college. I was in a class. I'm not going to give too much information out because I don't want anybody to find out what class I'm talking about or anything, but this was a sports class. It was a kinesiology class, and basically in this class we have a lot of group projects, and it's very like you picked a sport that you wanted to do. So whether it's soccer, basketball, football, swimming, I don't know, there's so many different kinesiology classes you can take, and I picked one that I felt like I would like and like have fun in. And basically in this class it was a lot of group projects. So you had one group that was with one other person, and then you had a group that was like with a bigger group of people that you played the sport with, but you also did assignments with. So in this story, I'm talking about the group that I did the sport with and had assignments with, okay? So there's so many things that happened in this group over the whole semester, but this one experience was what did it for me. So to give you guys an idea, we had to do this big group assignment, and the professor told us to make sure 2 people from the group brought laptops, right? And because we would need to split up to do this assignment because it would take a long time. So I offered to bring my laptop because I brought my laptop every single day in class anyways. It was just in my backpack. So I'm like, we can use my laptop because I have it anyways. And then one girl was like, I'll bring mine too. So it was already, decided, okay, we're gonna be the 2 to bring our laptops, right? So the next class gets here and I have my laptop, the girl has her laptop, and we get in our group, right? And we're in the gym. We get in our group and we get on the floor in a circle. This is when it starts to get just so bad. And so basically, we're working on the assignment and somebody was writing it down and all the rest of us were just giving our ideas and our thoughts out. And nobody could figure out some of the answers. So they were like confused. They were asking each other questions, like trying to figure it out. And I just happened to know the answer, because I remember reading about it in the textbook. So I'm like, oh, I can help with this because I know the answer. Nobody else knew the answer. So I'm telling them, oh guys, I think it's this. No answer. I get ignored. I'm like, maybe they didn't hear me. I say it again, louder. Again, I'm getting ignored. They're literally ignoring me. And for people that wanted to say maybe it's because I'm stupid, because people were like really being disrespectful and rude, it couldn't have been because I'm stupid, because they didn't even give me a chance to like talk. This was the first time that we had worked in a group project in this class. So I had never worked with them before, so how would they know that I was stupid? It just doesn't make sense. I'm in college. Clearly, I'm not stupid. If I was stupid, I wouldn't have gotten accepted into the college with scholarships, and I wouldn't have the GPA that I currently have right now. So I know it's not because of that, and people will say anything to make you feel bad or make them feel like the victim. But back to the story, they're ignoring me, guys. I'm literally talking and nobody is responding to me. There was one guy in the group that I was actually kind of cool with, and he was looking at them like, are you guys not going to answer her? And he ended up repeating the same thing that I said. Do you know that they're like, oh, that's a good answer, and they started writing it down. I am not making this up. This is stuff that as Black people we have to go through going to college. And so at this point I'm super irritated. I'm very, very irritated. Not even gonna front. I was so mad. And so I'm like, I'm the type of person where I'm not gonna automatically shut down. I'm the type of person, I feel like I have a voice and it's going to be heard whether you like it or not. That's the type of person I am. So I was so determined to get them to listen to me. So I kept talking and they were continuing to ignore me. This is what did it for me. So the time comes around where they're finally done writing everything down, and now we have to split up to use the 2 different laptops. The reason we had to use 2 different laptops is because the assignment would have taken longer than the class period. So we had to break up and work on different videos in those 2 groups, so that one group could be doing this video, the other group could be doing this video, and then we'd be done, and it'd be way faster. I already have the video on my screen set up. All I have to do is press my space button to unpause the video. The girl literally hadn't even turned her laptop on yet. So she sits there and opens her laptop, literally wastes time typing everything in, pulls it up, and then I'm like looking around like, are we gonna split up? And I'm like, my video already has it open. Are we gonna split up and do it? She's like, oh no, it's fine. We'll just use my laptop. This girl literally, I have a laptop right here, okay? This girl literally, I'm sitting right here and we're all in a circle, laying on the floor doing the assignment. The dude that I was cool with was sitting next to me. We were all in a circle. Do you know they all turned away from me, and she turned her laptop like this, and I'm sitting over here, so I can't see it anymore. I'm not making this up. I'm not. People are quick to discredit you. People want to automatically assume that it's something that it's not. And no, I dealt with racism. I was the only Black person in that group. I was the only Black person in that whole entire class. And the moment I stepped in that class, I was being stared at. I was being looked at. And that's the next point about racist experiences in America. People giving me dirty looks everywhere. It ties with this. I was getting dirty looks. Every time I walk in a certain area at my school, I get stared at. I get looked at like I'm some animal. I get treated like I'm some animal. And I just don't get it. I just don't understand it, and I will never understand it because it's not supposed to make sense. It's not human-like. It's evilness, and that's really what it is. But I just got so irritated when she turned the laptop away, and so I just gave up at that point because I was like, clearly they don't want my help. They don't think that I'm smart. They don't think that my ideas are valid, but they want to take my ideas and use them. And so I just end up just getting on my phone, and then I end up getting in trouble because the teacher saw me on my phone. So I'm like, this day is just getting worse and worse and worse. And after that incident happened, I was just over that class. Not over that class, I was over that group. I really loved the professor. She was so sweet. She was so nice to me. But I just think in these type of environments, you can't help people not be racist. Whether you can tell somebody to stop being mean to you, but if they're racist, they're gonna be racist. That they learn that from their families, they learn that in their homes. And so there was nothing I could really do. I ended up, she didn't take any points off of my grade or anything, because if they had, that's when it would have been a problem. But I ended up getting a good grade on it, 100, so I wasn't mad. I was just I'm never allowing people to treat me like that again. I've learned from that experience. You cannot let people walk over you. I don't care if I'm ever in that type of experience again, they will be addressed properly. I'm not going to be rude, I'm not going to be mean, but I will let them know that what they're doing is not acceptable and they're not going to treat me like this, or I'm going to go to authorities, or I'm going to go to the professor or higher up if they keep it up. I'm not going to tolerate that anymore, and you should not tolerate that either. Do not let people walk over you. Do not let people think that you're incapable of giving ideas. You're incapable of being anything that you are. I just want you to know that. Because people will try to diminish your character. People will try to make you seem like your thoughts and your ideas are invalid. You're not. You're not invalid at all. And you're going to show them that you're not invalid. So the other point I kind of already mentioned was people just giving you dirty looks everywhere. Being at a PWI school it's really shown me how people view me. And you don't even have to say anything. This is the thing. Racism is so evident in America that you can tell somebody's racist just by how they look at you. And I don't judge people based on facial expressions or anything like that. So I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I've had situations where I would get on the bus because my school is really big, so they had buses to take you to where you need to go on campus. I'd get on a bus that was so crowded, and people rather stand up and get whiplash on a bus than sit next to me when there's only one seat left and it's next to me. And people will literally rather stand up and get whiplash on a bus than sit next to me. It's stuff like this that happens to me all the time. I'll be on my phone minding my own business, and I'll look up and there's this person staring at me. And they're rolling their eyes at me and just like looking at me in disgust. And I'm like, what did I do to you? I don't even know you. And I just think that people are so quick to assume because of what their parents told them or what their friends told them. Oh, black people do this. Black people are like this. Black people are evil. Black people do this. And then they have these perceptions of us and then they judge us without even getting to know us as people. I am a normal person. I love music. I sing. I love art. I love dance. I am an everyday person, but for some reason, because I look like this, I get judged like I'm something different. It doesn't make any sense. I guess this kind of ties in with everything, but this is the last point about racism in America that I'm going to talk about. But it's people assuming that I act a certain way because I'm black. Like, I've had this happen to me all the time. I'll talk like the way I talk now, and people will be like, where are you from? Like, they're shocked that I talk this way, or they're shocked that I act this way, or they're shocked that I know what I know, or that when I say something when I talk about my passions or about mass incarceration or things politically, people get shocked that I know stuff. And it's like, why are you shocked that I know stuff? Are you shocked because you just didn't know that I knew that stuff, or are you shocked because I'm a black woman that's smarter than you thought I was? So many things that I have to deal with, and these are not big racist things. Like, none of these experiences are like people coming up to me blatantly calling me the N-word. And I just want to clarify, I think a lot of people think that racism has to be so clear cut. Like, if they didn't call you the N-word, they're not racist. And that's not true. Racism is very evident through the people's actions, through how people treat you, through how people speak to you, and they're called microaggressions. If you don't know what that word means, please look it up, please watch videos. There's so many videos out about what microaggressions are and how microaggressions are done to black women and black men all the time. Whether it's touching my hair when I don't ask for it to be touched, or you wondering or asking me like, different weird questions. Microaggressions are racism, but people don't understand that they're racism, or that they're racist experiences, or they're doing things that are racist. So racism can be so much simpler than people think. It's not just people blatantly coming to your face and calling you the N-word. It's from people looking at you like you're different, people speaking on you like you're different, people treating you like you're different, people following you in stores because of a stereotype that they think, because of what they think about black people, because they watch one movie with black people in it that may do that, and they automatically assume all black people are like that, which is also another whole nother discussion on how the media portrays black people to be something that they're not. And I just want to say, it just needs to stop. It needs to stop. And I'm not going to let another day go by and let racism happen in my proximity. I was so quiet for so long. I just let things happen. I let things slide. I let people treat me the way people were treating me. And I just want to say, it's not happening anymore. And I am not a mean person. I am so nice to people. I'm so welcoming to people. I don't know what I guess people look at me and think I'm mean or something because of how I look, but I am the nicest person you will ever meet. I love making new friends. I love meeting new people. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care what your background is. I love you for you. Once I get to know you as a person and I find out that you're an amazing person, you're an amazing person. I think people need to start getting to know people before assuming anything about the person. So I guess now I can end this video by talking about racism in general in America. I just think that it's taken people too long to realize that there's a problem. It's taken people way too long, and the reason that the problem of racism continues to exist in America is because there are racist people in the church. There are racist people. Some of the most racist people I've met are white Christians. So there's just so many issues that don't get addressed because there are evilness living inside of people, pure demons living inside of people. And I watched this devotion a couple of weeks ago, and this man literally put it the best. He said, and I'm just going to give this example because this is what he said. So with the George Floyd murder and the video where the officer was on his neck, literally suffocating him, any human being with decent morals would be like, any human being that's not a psychopath or a sociopath or evil person would, any human with empathy, any human with a soul would be like, this dude's saying he can't breathe. I'm gonna take my knee off of his neck. He can't breathe, right? Any decent human being would have removed their knee off of a man's neck the moment they said they can't breathe, right? But the fact that he hears that the man says he can't breathe and he keeps his knee on that man's neck and the look on his face like he was enjoying it, that is not a human being, guys. That is a demon living in him. And I just don't think people understand that. It says in the Bible, we are not fighting with human beings. We are fighting with spirits, evil spirits. We are fighting with demons and angels. It's not a battle we can handle on our own, is what I'm trying to say. And if you are somebody that has even a small ounce of empathy, a small ounce of understanding, and a small ounce of love, I just don't think that you would sit here and just think that this stuff is normal or think that this stuff is okay, because it's not okay. Racism happens not just from officers. Racism happens in education and healthcare, prisons. It's just so many things that America is built on. Systematic racism is a thing, and the reason why it's so hard to destroy racism is because our foundation is built on racism. And I can talk so much more about that. I can talk about it from the healthcare aspect, from education, from mass incarceration, to the prison systems, from private prisons to corporations like CCA. It's just so many things that just goes into why we are treated the way we are treated. And I'm just over it, guys. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. And at the end of the day, I'm done arguing with people that aren't going to listen. There's no time wasting your breath on people that are just going to argue with you instead of listening to you, hearing you speak, hearing you what you have to say. I am so fine. I am open to educating people. Not everybody is, and that's understandable because I feel like some people are just sick of explaining themselves. But me personally, I want to be an attorney. I'm going to be an attorney, and I just feel like as a civil rights activist, it's my job to educate people. So I'm so open to educating people. I'm so open to answering people's questions. But what I will not do is let people belittle me or bash me because of how I feel. So that's what it is. So overall, I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learn that racism is not just people saying the N-word to your face. Racism can happen in so many other ways. And whether you understand it or not, it happens to people on a regular basis. So much to the point where I have to make sure that if I'm going on a vacation, I have to look up the surroundings and like what happens down there, because I can't go everywhere because people don't accept me everywhere. So that's what it is. If you guys want to see any other videos like this, I can talk more about Black history on a more positive note. There's so many things that I think need to be more noticed about Black people. There's so many great Black people from the past that just get thrown under the rug because people don't know the truth. And so I want to be one to like give you guys more understanding about it. So let me know in the comments down below what other videos related to Black history or racism that you guys want to see, and I will definitely do it for you because this is something I'm so passionate about and I think needs to get out there. So I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and remember that you are so loved, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.